No, you've brought props.
Yes.
What's going on here? Talk us through it.
Okie doke. So, just to explain, on the left, these are the votes they received in the second ballot today. Here are the odds, and these are the contenders. We're down to 5 now, as you explained earlier, and we're still a short price on Penny Mordaunt. But it's interesting you talk about Brexit being the big issue because, of course, Suella Braverman backed Liz Truss, and we think that about half her votes, possibly, including, I think, that of Steve Baker, will go to Liz Truss. And now you've got the Truss-Badenoch fight to get Penny Mordaunt out of the last 2.
I mean, this is gripping. So I must say, I'm very glad that you've done this, actually. So the odds on... So let's start from the bottom and work our way up.
Yeah.
Now, Tom Tugendhat, right, OK, I must say, I find him a very good orator. OK, he is a very good orator, just as a matter of fact. I've interviewed him a few times. He seems like a pretty sound guy, right? And he seems of an age where maybe he's had enough political experience. As far as I'm aware, never actually held a ministerial position. That could be an issue. But Tom Tugendhat, you've got there at 200 to 1.
Yes, indeed. So the reason he's such a big price is basically because of his disappointing performance today. He lost votes. He would have expected, I think...
Why was that? Go on, what happened there?
I genuinely am not really sure. I thought he'd pick up a few of Hunt's votes. I thought he'd pick up a few of Zahawi's votes. But at the end of the day, he's a one-nation Tory in a race which is dominated really by those who are, I think, further right than him. And as you say, Brexit being a big issue, I do think MPs have their doubts about his position on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's go back to the top now. So you've got Penny Mordaunt. Now, I don't claim to be great with odds, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. In fact, I'm not great with numbers. Full stop. That's why my career as an accountant ended in prison. But Penny Mordaunt there, you've got at the top 8 to 11. What does that really mean?
OK, so these are fractional odds, and simplest way to put it is if you put £11 on and Mordaunt wins, you get 8 in profit and your stake back. So roughly she's over a 50% chance, but that's as it stands, and these things change all the time. You know, just a week ago, you could have gotten easily double figures about some of these contenders, and none of them would have been as short as Mordaunt is now. So
you raised something earlier that I'd like to delve into. So this kind of Truss-Badenoch issue, I suppose, contendership or whatever.
Yeah.
How could that have an impact on Penny Mordaunt?
Put simply, it could potentially push her out of the final 2. Now, this is making the working assumption that Rishi Sunak has one foot in.
It's definitely in,
Yeah, and I think it's very difficult to see him losing any support. In fact, actually, Rob Buckland has backed him just now. So,
right, OK.
You know, he's got loads of support. I imagine he'd make the final 2. So only one spot left. Now, if Badenoch is knocked out and all of her supporters go to Truss, it makes it difficult for Mordaunt unless she picks, all of Tugendhat's and then some others. It narrows it down. So we are seeing money for Truss based on that, and she has got a lot of, I'd say, prominent Brexiteers supporting her,